photographers taking pictures of lawyers does not make sense, Kevin.
That's what I'm saying.
We have somebody who like does photography, and they like ask them to do pictures in our building, and we all have the same ugly ass brick background.
Hey, as somebody on an ugly ass brick background right now, I resent that.
Well, I dressed accordingly so I would look good against that background.
I like your ghost shirt. Hi, everybody. We're talking bullshit.
Bullshit,
hello.
bullshit. And here's Kevin.
And Kevin's here. And that's that. I got a notification from Twitch that you went live, so that's exciting. Ooh. Hey, Stephanie, did you know you went live?
Ah!
I'm here in my cathedral, you see.
Yeah, with the tall ceilings. Welcome back. How is the hearing things? Can everybody hear everybody, and are the volumes okay?
Oh, excellent question.
Yes, no, maybe. Silence. Waiting for the chat to catch up. Yay, and said it's good.
Well, we made it through another week.
Yeah.
A week in which we say fuck Kelly Peterson. I know you're listening, Kelly Peterson. Fuck you.
We say fuck a lot of things this week, I'll say. But
it's not been a good week.
Friday. It's not been a good week, but welcome to Friday. We've made it.
Welcome to Friday. I ate a delicious burger in the spirit of Maya, so.
Tell me more about this burger.
We grilled them on our little Smoky Joe out back with some charcoal, and I put a lot of seasonings on them, and then we grilled the onions, and we grilled the mushrooms, and then I ate it on bread because we don't have buns. And I just shoved that right into my gob.
That sounds pretty good.
And I was like, Maya would be proud of this decision.
Yeah, I mean, I think that she would always enjoy a burger, except in the Japanese version, in which case she would not enjoy a burger.
I think she'd still enjoy a burger, even in Japan.
Hamburger ramen, maybe. She's a ramen girl in the Japanese.
Yeah,
it's all about that ramen.
I think she would enjoy an American hamburger if given the opportunity.
Yeah, I think so. Probably, maybe. I am intrigued by hamburger ramen, though.
I would eat hamburger ramen, absolutely.
Not a ramen burger with the patties made of the noodles, but hamburger ramen. What's the? I wonder. Intriguing.
I've seen hamburger sushi.
Yeah, I've seen that as well.
It looks quite bad.
Oh.
I'm less interested in hamburger sushi than I am in hamburger ramen. In consuming it, I suppose.
How much hamburger is it? Is it just the ground meat, or is the rest of the burger in there too in the mix?
Interestingly, that's what Clown says in chat, which is you can't have a bun in hamburger ramen, can you? So is the bun involved? Is it just ground beef and other assorted things? Is the question.
I say you could have the bun. You won't like it, but you could have it.
Well, soup is commonly accompanied by bread.
I was thinking that's true. You can like toast it, get it nice and toasty, and then you got something to dip.
Yeah, and let's say we just amp up the sesame seeds that are typical of a hamburger bun, right? But we make it like some sort of sesame bread, super toasty, and you accompany your ramen with that. I know what you're saying. Too many carbs.
I've got another step in this process for you. Ramen bread bowl. Now the entire soup is in you put a bread bowl topper on it.
Shit.
Now you can pick up the whole soup and bite it.
I'm into this.
Ramen in a bread bowl, I will say, sounds gross.
I mean, that is definitely wall-to-wall carbohydrates, but with
then
like some juice
tomorrow,
in there.
Okay?
Noodles in a bread bowl sounds gross, but I know you can do pasta cooked in a bread bowl. So maybe this is a me problem, but I love bread and I love noodles, so...
I bet it would work better than it sounds.
I would try it. I feel like in the soup department, bread bowls are reserved for creamy soups. and ramen being a non-creamy soup feels weird to be in a bread bowl.
Now, I know what you said, Red Bull, and I heard Red Bull, and I was like, why are we talking about Red Bull in soup?
Put Red Bull in your soup. Red Bull in your creamy soup.
I'm delicious.
Just energizing.
Just get amped.
Get amped.
Not a sponsor. Yet.
I don't think their slogan get amped either.
So you replace the soup base with Red Bull, replace the noodles with like Sour Patch straws or gummy worms.
Are we making an episode of Good Mythical Morning for them? Because this is what this sounds like.
Dare is what it sounds like to me. This is, well, it's a high school dare. It's a freshman college dare in the dining hall. Like, when all you've got is a food plan and you got to eat dining hall food, and you're like, all right, it's on. I bought some Sour Patch Kids at the last of my money. And I have this Red Bull.
So the only thing I would say might be for the broth aspect, which might be too much, is like, you got tomatoes usually or ketchup on a burger sometimes. What if you made it like a tomato-based broth? Does that make it more acceptable to go into the bread bowl?
It makes it less ramen-y. I've had tomato soup in a bread bowl, and it's a great time, but tomato soups are often creamy.
True.
Well, yeah, because if you decide it's tomato soup with ramen noodles in it, it like eventually it just turns into an Italian pasta. The more other ingredients you add.
You can't see the real question, and then we can table this discussion, because I'll just leave us hanging on this one. Is that it's not that bread is inappropriate in the ramen, it's that lettuce is inappropriate in the ramen.
I was thinking about that, and I was like, we could substitute that for cabbage, though. Easy peasy.
True.
Yeah, they taste.
I'd still give a burger-esque. But you don't want like mustard
No.
in a ramen. That's not gonna work.
A mustard or a mayo.
Most
Yeah.
sauces
Pickles.
depends on the pickle.
Nobody in the chat wants Red Bull soup or lettuce ramen. So we should probably
All
leave it
right.
here. Let's just scrap that restaurant idea. We won't.
Just trying to innovate over here.
It's all right.
Well,
I'll put
we're
it
ahead of our time.
I'll put it in the ideas anime versus plausible.
No, you won't.
It's at your house. You're right.
You're right. Yeah, that's true. All right, should we start this game?
Yeah, I just want to say hi, everybody. Welcome back.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
And there's Kevin. I can't see Kevin, but you guys can see Kevin. Jessie said she was going to stop by the stream. We're going to find out if Jessie's a liar.
We'll find out. Everyone place your bets on whether Jessie will make it.
So last time we finished, or I guess let me start the right way. This is Object to This, an Ace Attorney fancast, playing Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney, Investigations, Prosecutor's Path 2. I'm Stephanie. I'm coasting along.
I'm Michelle, your lawyer, Dad.
And I'm Kevin. Happy as always just to be here.
Happy as always to have you, Kevin. Alright, so last time we finished the second case. Bow, bow, bow.
We did it. It was a long one.
It's a long one.
It was, and they're mostly just gonna keep being long.
That's
this
Ace
point.
Attorney.
We're in it for the long haul, because that's how we do.
So I had the really awful realization this morning that this case involves singing, and I think we might want to just breeze over some of that. We'll see.
Hey, Stephanie, it's your time to shine.
Yes.
You love singing. You sing all the time on the podcast.
Kelly Clarkson's gonna come for me, but I'll take it. I'll take that risk. Yeah, last time crime probably happened. I would say crime happened.
See, it seemed like there was crime.
But
Mass says starting case 3 already, which means we're making good time, I assume. Not that we're taking forever or anything. Not that it's been 3 months.
It's been
2.
It's a long game. What are you gonna do?
I forgot. I was gonna make a banner that said "Live free, eat free in prison," but I forgot. So maybe for next week, I'll try to remember. And I'll just keep adding. I'll keep adding to the wall. But so anyway, we're gonna start this bad boy off. The
Okay, yeah,
Inherited-
crime happened, and now we're on a new case, so we don't have to remember any of that stuff except that Shelly the killer exists.
That's not true. Every case is relevant to every other case in this game. Sorry.
Tony says live free, eat free, Red Bull ramen in prison.
I can't cross. I'm gonna run out of room on this cross stitch soon.
Damn.
All right, ready?
Yeah. Nobody is happy about Red Bull ramen in prison.
What's for dessert today?
And Jeff Masters.
Shit, a cooking show? You didn't tell me it was a cooking show. It makes this relevant discussion.
Oh, hello, sir.
Hey, sing it, Stephanie.
Oh shoot, I wasn't.
Macaroons and waffles.
Happiness for one and all, the sweetest temptations. There, where? Over there. Take a peek inside the oven. Ding. Look, it's freshly baked desserts. Kevin, I had warning I could have prepared. Let's cook again
I'm sorry.
today.
I didn't remember to bring it up until just now. So
It would have came out as about on par.
This is my laptop. I watched this in the middle of the night. This is one of my YouTube watch history. This program sure brings back memories. Gregory, tomorrow I'm heading towards that fateful place with your son to find out the truth of 18 years ago. Is that foreshadowing, or are we just launching into Gregory because we're not prepared for that either?
Oh.
I think as a framing device, we're starting in the present.
Okay.
At least I hope so.
April 2nd, 10:05. 10:05 on the dot a.m. Zodiac Art Gallery Fountain. If there's a Zodiac killer in here, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, Kevin. Fountain patio.
We'll see. We'll see.
It'll be easy to solve if we know who the Zodiac killer is.
Mr. Shields, isn't it about time you told me what this is all about? Why did you bring me to this museum with you?
You're not busy now, are you, Miles? We're already here. I thought it would be nice if we could share the romance of the constellations together.
I beg your pardon, but I would like to leave. I said that wrong, but whatever.
Sorry, it was just a joke. Do you know about the final case your father worked on? The IS-7 incident? The IS-7 incident.
Yes, Manfred von Karma showed it to me immediately after I became a prosecutor. I reviewed the case file again last night after you invited me here. And here it is. And while I don't remember it very well, I also had been in attendance at the trial back then. When I was young, I loved watching my father do battle in the courtroom. During that trial, it was my father, the defense attorney, Gregory Edgeworth, against my former mentor, Prosecutor Manfred von Karma. And while the trial ended with the defendant being declared guilty,
Oh shit. No one's deep enough to do Von Karma.
I was also thinking that.
I see. So you were there too at Gregory's final trial. In that case, I'll cut to the chase and tell you what you want to know. The truth about the IS-7 incident. It happened 18 years ago during the winter. All the buildings were covered in snow, coating the entire town in a layer of frosting. And it was in this very place that the incident occurred. This was all before Uncle Ray became a defense attorney. Oh shit.
Oops, it's already the past.
It's already the past.
Ooh,
Here we are in the past. Who's gonna be Gregory? December 24th, 5 p.m. Detention Center Visitors Room.
Who's gonna be Baby Ray?
So
I was gonna give Baby Ray the same voice as Michelle.
All right, go for it.
I could go higher pitched with it, but that'd be weird probably.
God. No, you just said Baby Ray. Made me. I was like, sweet Baby Ray. That's some good barbecue sauce.
That is a good sauce.
Doesn't make him sound like barbecue sauce. Mr. Edgeworth, this request sure was sudden, don't you think?
All right, Kevin. You want an opportunity to voice other people, right?
That's true. I would like to try voicing other people.
All right. I have not practiced my Gregory like I said I would last week after we adjourned. So I'm gonna try, and I'm sorry that it's going to waver.
Just like fully commit to it, Stephanie. I believe in you. Nobody cares as long as you just make it good. Rosina gave me a great tip, which is make it Ray, but with the occasional voice crack, and that's great. So just commit to your Gregory.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna go with, we kind of talked about like doing the classic PI, it's always a dame kind of voice. I'm gonna try to do that, and maybe I'll learn how to get a little Gregory Peck in there. Mr. Atticus Finch, but I have not listened to his voice in many years, so we're gonna, I don't know.
We believe in you.
Yes.
Your faith is not encouraging.
Fine, we don't believe in you.
That's the spirit of Stephanie Plays Ace Attorney. It's always a thing. Indeed, we were contacted immediately after the client was arrested. My name is Gregory Edgeworth. I'm a defense attorney. I brought my assistant, Raymond, with me to meet our client, but...
A murder on Christmas Eve? This is just too much. Oh, the singing for... Okay, Kevin.
Kevin, you gotta sing
in the darkness, a miraculous meeting. Not gonna like the rest of this.
Nobody told me that Bo was in this game.
Welcome, one and all, to the visitors' room.
He's a ghost.
Look at the guards.
Amazing. So this is what meeting a client is like. It all happened so suddenly. I was completely surprised.
I'm also surprised.
1,000 pardons for startling you. I'm merely expressing my happiness through song. Welcome, one and all. I greatly appreciate you coming.
So, you're the client for this case?
Indeed.
My name is Gregory Edgeworth. I'm a defense attorney.
It does seem unnecessary that Gregory just introduced himself to us, the player, and then also to that guy, and then also Miles introduced us to Gregory also.
I don't know if you know, I, Gregory Edgeworth, will be representing you in court as part of the Gregory Edgeworth law firm. Just to be clear, this is my assistant, Raymond Shields.
Nice to meet you. I'm very nervous, so I know it's I'll do my best to help you.
Relax, Raymond. Please excuse his jitters. He's working part-time at my office as an apprentice. I thought I'd let him assist me in this investigation.
So, Mr. Gregory and Raymond, correct? I'm pleased to make your acquaintance.
My job involves saving my clients from crimes in which they were falsely accused. First, I should determine if he is truly innocent. First, I would like to know more about you.
I've forgotten to introduce myself. My name is Jeffrey Master.
You mean you're Master Jeff? The world's greatest pastry chef, Jeff Master, the Master Chef?
Yes, I'm honored that you have heard of me.
Whew, that one.
All my fans call me Master Jeff.
Master Jeff, the Master Chef, I see. Wowzers, I'm totally starstruck. I can't believe I get to meet Master Jeff.
Raymond seems to know quite a bit about Mr. Master. Don't like saying that with my mouth.
Master Jeff makes fantastic desserts while putting on a song and dance show.
What's for dessert today? I really don't want to sing.
Okay, you don't have to say. Macaroons
and waffles, light and fluffy chiffon cake.
Imagine if Master Chef was this.
For one and all, the sweetest temptations. There. Where? Over there. Take a peek inside of it. Look, it's freshly baked dessert. Jazz hands.
The guard is still the best.
I'm sorry I sang your lines for you, Michelle.
It's okay. You sang Master Jeff, the Master Chef's lines.
I got caught up in the song myself.
I have to say, I'm sure this case is going to be great, because all the cases in this game have been great so far. But I do forever have to live with the knowledge that the case that killed Gregory Edgeworth is a singing chef case. Boy, oh boy, that's a burden. That's a heavy burden right now. Woohoo, I'm so happy that I got to sing with Master Jeff. It's my dream come true.
Oh, thank you. I'm happy to hear that as well.
Mr. Master, Raymond, shall we return to the matter at hand?
Yes, of course. My sincerest apologies for making you wait. Now, where should we start?
You are the world's greatest pastry chef, but are you also skilled in song and dance?
Yes, when I'm having a good time, my body just moves to the rhythm by itself.
You seem to enjoy making desserts from the bottom of your heart.
Oh, if you don't have a good time making desserts, you won't make anything good. Creating desserts that bring happiness to one and all is my purpose in life.
Master Jeff's desserts are practically works of art. They sparkle and look so delicious. He's famous for his dreamlike desserts.
Bringing back happiness with all his dreamlike desserts, huh? The incident occurred in your estate, is that correct?
Yes. That's where the great dessert contest was being held. It seems that the body was discovered in one of my creations.
They found it in this is what I'm thinking too, right? They found it in one of your desserts?
It being, I guess, the body and not the dead person.
It's a dead person. I was also thinking of that one comic that's like, you don't like it when I come out of the cake. You know me so long and you don't like it when I come out of the cake. It's a dead person though, so it's not as good.
For that reason, I was arrested by the detective in charge of the initial investigation. I would never do something as vile as robbing someone of their life. I am certain that the police will also realize that they have made a mistake.
Who do we think the detective is?
Bad?
Is it bad? He's the only one we would know who'd be time appropriate. Well, I guess
Or it's a new one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
Really?
Do you know anything about the victim?
He was a man named Isaac Dover. He was one of the competitors in the contest. He was a wonderful man who made desserts of the highest beauty. Why did he have to die?
I see. He truly seems to be grieving over the victim's death.
Zicto, I'm working on the pun there.
Yeah, you can. It's close to a pun,
It's almost a pun, but I don't
but they
think
just sort of veered right off of it.
OG Master Man says it's not about pirates, this case.
Well,
Despite that picture.
Listen, this case is about Zumbo.
that's what I was thinking when it's like, body was in the thing. Oh, we had to crack that chocolate to find the body. That reminds me of a shirt and pastry shop.
Yeah, 100% Zumbo.
Adriana Zumbo. I believe I have an understanding sufficient of Mr. Master's personality.
He's Zumbo.
Mr. Master, before I accept your request, is there one final matter I must confirm? You did not kill Mr. Dover. Can I take your word for it?
Yes, that is correct. I did not kill him. No matter what happens, I would never take another person's life.
Those aren't eyes of a liar. I understand. I believe you. Thank you very much for taking the time to talk with us.
The pleasure is all mine. I'm grateful to speak with someone other than a detective.
Next, we shall begin our investigation of the crime scene. We will report back with our findings once we have finished.
Mr. Gregory Raymond, I wish you good luck.
December 24th, 6 p.m. Contest venue. Fountain. Patio. Look at that. Oh, he had an itty-bitty waist just walking up.
Ew, it sure is cold outside. I didn't expect it to be snowing this hard.
Indeed. A blizzard like this will probably not clear up for a while.
But even so, this mansion is ginormous. So this is what Master Jeff's place is like, huh?
If you're gonna hold a contest in your own home, you would need this much space after all.
La la la, welcome. Thank you for coming. Yeah, alright. I
Yeah.
figured it was that lady. Eee.
Sorry, I was reading chat. I think this case is so funny because imagine someone getting on the Great British Bake Off getting murdered and then Mary Berry gets arrested for it.
Yes. It's also, I just want to keep this in, so like now it's very like commonplace for like food TV and all that stuff, right? Professional baking and,
Right.
and things to be on TV. It's like 1998 right now.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, we had like
nobody's-
some cooking shows, but we didn't have like Food Network at its
But
capacity.
nothing competition, like this is pre-reality TV, so competition reality TV was not invented. So this is,
Yeah.
just keep that 90, it's like maybe it's 99. It depends on how old Miles is, so I forgot, but. Oh my, are you okay? OG Mask says it's year 2, it's Y2K, baby. I'm so very sorry. Would you happen to be Monsieur, I took French, Monsieur Edgeworth?
Yeah, I copied all my French homework off of you.
Again, Gregory introduces himself now for the 5th time.
Yeah.
Listen, there gotta be players who are confused, like they're looking at the game going, where's Miles?
Where's Miles?
Is
I'm
that Miles?
instead
When did Miles get so
Gregory.
old?
And that's why he's like, no, I'm Gregory.
Me, yo soy Gregory. Yes, I am Gregory Edgeworth.
And I'm his assistant, Raymond Shields. Greetings and welcome, Monsieur Edgeworth and Monsieur Shields. Please stop saying Monsieur. I cannot remember how to pronounce it, lady. Please call me Catherine Hall. I am in charge of the household affairs of this estate, and I am also Monsieur Master's assistant. Master's assistant. Ah, no way. You're the famous Kate, aren't you? You know of me?
Rosina, when did Miles get a fedora?
Of course I do. I see you on TV all the time. I'm a big fan of Piece of Cake. Great cooking show name, though. I will give them this.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. I'm glad to hear that you're a fan.
Tell me, what is this piece of cake?
Context, Gregory. It's a TV show that's hugely popular with the kids.
My son only watches the news.
Yesterday he asked me for a dog. Master Jeff and Kate sing and dance while they make delicious treats. Just like this. Oh boy, here we go. What's for dessert today? Is this the same song?
Yeah,
Yep.
but I have
I'm
not
not gonna sing. I'm not
it.
gonna sing this song again.
Oh no, this is different words though.
Oh, it's a different verse, you see.
Oh, I see. Cookies and caramel, rich and feathery cream puffs. Let's make it together. A delectable paradise. Here, there, everywhere. I'm waiting for the emulator. You just opened up the oven. Ding! Now, it's time for dessert. I will say, in Y2K, I was 9, and I would have watched this fucking show.
This is giving me really hard Lazy Town gonna bake a cake vibes.
It takes place in 2001, according to the timeline. Thank you for that. So I was 10, and I would still fucking watch this show. Oh, Monsieur Shields, that was incredible. I always practice along with the show. Creepier in my adulthood form.
Maybe I should tell my son about this show.
He wouldn't like it, he only watches the news.
Father, I only watch the news.
Father, please, I don't have time for your cooking show.
But man, doing this dance repeatedly sure works up an appetite.
I'm studying for the bar, Father.
Oh, pardon my inconsideration. I've forgotten to take care of our guests.
Okay, so chat's saying that this takes place before the 3-day system for cases went into effect. So, I didn't know that there was ever not a 3-day system, so this is interesting. So at least, I guess we'll see.
I see the 3-day system and its implementation is where I get myself mixed up with canon and a really good fan fiction I read one time, and I am unashamed of this. But in that fanfic, they established that there was a second Patriot Act after the first Patriot Act in 2001, which established the 3-day trial rule for America. So, you know, that's why I'm like, oh yeah, of course it happened after 9/11 when the first Patriot Act happened. No, that's not canon.
The N in Monsieur is silent, Michelle.
Thanks, Rosina. I'll probably fuck that up some more. Québécois French, eh? Please relax and have some tea.
I'm having a great
What
time.
are you laughing at, Québécois French?
No, I was just remembering how I have that thing where a southern accent will ruin any language.
It's still true.
And it's still true. That's why I laugh so hard.
Oh, we're having tea. That's great.
Oh, this is some fine Ceylon tea. I hear the aroma of citrus does wonders for your concentration.
I see. So this is what Ceylon tea smells like.
Oh, the saucers are chilled.
Yes, they help cool the tea more quickly for people who are bad with hot beverages.
Rude of you to assume I was bad with hot beverages.
Yeah, that's really weird.
I see. These cups also have a wonderful design.
Oh, thank you very much.
Now, early in the chat, somebody said, I think it was RD, but somebody said, like, Gregory's hand movements make him upset. It's kind of...
I think it was RD.
It was, but, like, it's giving me, I guess, like, a little bit of a Manfred vibe? I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's, like, so loose.
Interesting. I think maybe if it is a Manfred vibe, that's on purpose probably to explain Miles's mannerisms, and not that they all came from Manfred, but that some of them are from Gregory, maybe.
Yeah, well, I mean, the looseness, because, like, Edgeworth has an up, like, finger point, and it's also very loose. So I think that's what they're trying to do, is give that looseness.
I like his tightening animation, though.
Yeah, that one's good. But I do agree, RD. There's something a little off about it.
They are one of the few pride and joys of our estate, ordered directly from France. I will like those Star Cups. Where's the merch of the Star Cups? Capcom?
Capcom.
They were made to be famed. They were made by this famed sculptor, Pierre Hoquet. They are my absolute favorite articles of tableware.
You seem to greatly appreciate this man's works.
Yes, they are like treasures to me.
She appears to be very honest about what she likes. Thank you, Miss Hall. But it's time for us to move on to business. Are there any details that you can give us about the incident?
Ah, you're right. I sometimes get so distracted welcoming guests that I forget myself. To tell the truth, I was the one who discovered Monsieur Dover's body.
Okay, so like we brought up the comparison once again of the hand thing to Phoenix's tapping his papers, and I do like that animation, and I think that's more of a like a solid tap. But I do like this. It looks like he's asking someone to pay him.
It adds to that mobster feel though too a little bit. How he's got this like detective-y noir thing, sort of. Maybe it's just a fedora. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's 2001.
All right. So you were the first one to discover the body? Is it true that the body was discovered in one of Mr. Master's desserts?
Yes, it was during the judging of the Great Dessert Contest. I heard the sound of something breaking from Monsieur Master's room. Monsieur Master, are you in here?
Jesse!
Jesse made it!
Hey!
Hey! Zisachibi. When I looked inside the room, I saw Monsieur Dover's body inside the treasure chest.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry I'm sorry to have made you recall such painful memories.
No, I should be the one apologizing for not being much help.
Now then, I believe it's time for us to start the investigating the crime scene. I am incapable of reading tonight.
It's okay. Monsieur Edgeworth, Monsieur Shields, please find some way to save Monsieur Master. Monsieur Master is not someone who could commit murder.
Yes, of course.
Just leave it to us. Then I shall entrust it to you. If you'll excuse me, I have to continue serving tea to the other inspectors.
Raymond, let's head to the crime scene.
Yes, sir, Mr. Edgeworth. I have a question. If he was hosting a cooking competition, why did he make a dessert?
Bush, 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 it's bad!
It's bad.
It is bad.
He's got no bullet holes in his coat now. December 24th, 6:30 p.m. Contest venue, Master's Room. Wow, this whole thing is made of chocolate? Vine hasn't been invented yet, but that'd be a good vine. I can't believe I'm actually seeing Master Jeff's desserts up close. OG Mass says he made a dessert to flex. Yeah, right. Okay.
Were this not the scene of a murder all men, I too would have delighted in this occasion.
It's like classic Zumbo, actually, to make a dessert to flex.
Yep.
Now that you've reminded me it's a murder scene, I'm getting shivers down my spine.
Yeah, that's corpse chocolate, Ray.
Perhaps it's because the room is cold to begin with.
Now that you mention it, this room really is cold. Achoo! That's how Ray sneezes. Who's bad?
Yeah.
Kevin.
I'm bad. Never expected the defense attorney to show up so early.
Hi, I'm Gregory Edgeworth. You might know me as Miles Edgeworth's dad. Pleased to meet you. I'm Jeff Masters, defense attorney. Gregory Edgeworth. This is my
It's been
assistant.
half an hour, and we're at 6 introductions.
I thought you might be Miles Edgeworth. Good thing you cleared that up.
Hey, I'm Maps Edgeworth over here. Yeah, I'm walking. I got my fedora. I got my coat. You want a rumble? This is my assistant Raymond.
How do you do?
Detective Tyrell Bad. Homicide.
Miss
He should have said I'm doing bad.
the detective in charge of this case, a man of few words.
Here. We'll edit it back in post, Kevin. Who's gonna do bad?
I'm bad.
All right.
Perfect. I am sad that the emulator cannot handle. We'll get to this in a fucking second. I was gonna say I'm sad that the emulator can't handle Bad's theme because it's good.
Do you want to talk about this now?
Tastes kind of bitter.
He ate the paper.
He likes to digest his memos in his stomach as well as his mind. It's just a strange habit of his. Please, don't be too concerned.
This kid needs help.
This kid needs help, and it'd probably be asking too much not to be concerned at all.
Grown-up Ray doesn't eat paper
Not that we've seen.
or have any sort of oral fixation like Detective Bad and his lollipop. I'm very upset, and don't have words for the teenage boy who just fucking ate.
More importantly, Detective Bad, will you give us permission to participate in the investigation?
Permission denied.
I would say why, but I don't want to ask stupid questions because I just ate a piece of paper in front of me, and everything in this room is made of chocolate.
Defense attorneys plant false evidence to try and get their not guilty verdict. I don't want their kind to disturb the crime scene.
Mr. Edgeworth would never use false evidence to defend his client.
I can't trust that coming from a defense attorney.
Do the police still suspect Mr. Master even after the investigation?
If we didn't, we wouldn't have arrested him.
I believe Mr. Masters is innocent. That's why I have come to investigate.
Believing in his innocence without investigating the crime scene? How naive.
That's why I'd like your permission to investigate. By investigating the crime scene, I want to ascertain if my thinking was naive or not.
So you don't intend to leave until you've investigated the crime scene?
I feel like we don't need to have this conversation.
I'm glad he restated it because I wasn't listening. I was thinking about Ray eating paper.
Yes.
Fine then. I will give you permission to investigate the crime scene.
Thank you.
But I'll be accompanying you. Can't trust you defense attorneys after all. If you understand that, you can begin your investigation.
That's a lollipop?
I'm a little surprised myself.
Well, it's not paper, is it, kid?
Alright, let's begin the investigation. Be sure to take notes on the case.
He's gonna eat him! Leave it to me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Just begin already.
Ooh, buddy! You know what time it is?
Investigation begin time?
Shimmy, shimmy,
Time.
Cocoa Buff. Look at them games. This was made for Broadway. Look at these legs. I hope you guys didn't actually want me to play. This is the rest of my night.
Alright, Stephanie, rate Miles' shimmying on a scale of 1 to 10 and Gregory's shimmying.
So definitely, Miles has got a great shimmy. He's like a solid 8.5 shimmy. Edgeworth is Gregory here is a little loosey. Like, look at his legs. They kind of, like, bend. I'm not actually, like, super like, this is not quite a shimmy. This is an Octodad situation. This is a little upsetting, so I'm gonna only give him, like a 5. Because he's still doing it, right? Like, I mean...
It's true. I guess that's a very good shimmy if you can maintain it, but sometimes you get some other leg action in there, huh?
Yeah, and I'm not here for it.
I guess you have no choice but to play the game then.
Yeah. It appears to be a display of sailing equipment.
There's also the possibility that one of these is the murder weapon.
No. It looks like these pieces were all made out of chocolate. You can't beat someone to death with these.
Misleading.
At any rate, they'll have such good workmanship that they'll look like they just got the real thing. It really speaks about the level of skill Mr. Master has in his craft. What are you investigating?
Sir, I'm checking the temperature of the stream.
What have you learned?
Sir, this stream has warm water. The stream is connected to the fountain in the patio and runs through every room.
It is an unusual construction for a room.
The minds of the rich I'll never understand.
It appears to be a display of sailing equipment.
There's also the possibility that we talked about this already.
Well, this is different chocolate. I thought maybe it'd be worth asking about different chocolate.
It's not. It's all the same chocolate.
I don't know, the ship's wheel behind on the wall is missing a prong, or whatever those are called.
Wheelie bit, I think, is the technical term.
Yeah, it's missing. The wheel is missing a wheelie
Holy
bit.
shit, how did I not see this guy?
There's a lot to take in right now.
Excuse me, but you are?
Who's this guy?
Good question.
Do you want to take it, Michelle? It seems right now you have less lines.
I can try. I don't know how to say it. My apologies. I was meditating. What did you ask, Sir Detective?
Actually, I'm a defense attorney. My name is Gregory Edgeworth.
What are we at? 7?
7.
I'm his assistant, Raymond. Pardon my late introduction. My name is Dane Gustavia. I am one of the pastry chefs participating in this contest. What kind of desserts do you make, Mr. Gustavia? Pastry!
Aw.
Specialty is making desserts out of candy. Oh, what a cute seahorse. It was meant to be a dragon dancing in the sky. Ugh. This is a dragon?
That's a Japanese pun. Because the character for dragon is also the character for seahorse.
Got it.
I learned that from Fruits Basket.
Thanks, Fruits Basket.
I think
Somebody
it
says spoke for Wheelie Bit.
probably.
That does sound right.
That sounds much.
No, that sounds good.
I think it would fit better in the ocean than in the sky.
I know all too well that design is my weak point. I plan to study design and undergo training in Zhangfa once things settle down here.
I probably shouldn't touch the subject of design any further. Mr. Gustavia, if you aren't related to the investigation, why are you in this room?
Sir Detective wanted to know more about the desserts in this room, so he asked me to come.
Since he's one of the contestants, he might know something. Yeah, we wouldn't die probably, Rosina, if we were playing a drinking game about Edward's name, but we would be drunk by now.
Yeah. We'll see. Maybe we'll die, Mr. Gustavia. Did you know my name is Gregory Edgeworth?
Mr. Gustavia, those instruments you use are quite unusual.
These instruments are called candy pumps, and they pump air into the candy. They kind of look like swords. They're so cool. Indeed, ever since I began using them, no day has gone by where I wouldn't receive a burn or a wound. Just like swords. That's why I wear red clothes, just like Deadpool, so that not a single stain will ever show on me. Is Jesse still here? Jesse, somebody said Deadpool. It was me. I did.
Oh, in case she was confused.
Jesse's the Deadpool expert.
Is that why he wears red?
Yeah. You didn't see the movie, huh?
No, I sure didn't.
Oh, you don't like Ryan Reynolds.
I don't like Ryan
yeah.
Reynolds. Fight me.
Yeah. That's why Deadpool wears red.
Alright, well, just keep going then.
Meanwhile, this chef, extremely unsanitary if he's covered in blood all the time. You're preparing food, sir. Making desserts is serious business. I am always training.
Does he injure himself because he hasn't trained enough?
What do we need to address about Ray's Sprite, the chat? Because, I still am stuck on the paper eating. And you all seem to find it charming, so...
I mean, he does that, sparkle in his eyes thing, like Regina does, and I'm not into it.
Oh, yes, that is what they said, the eyes.
Yeah.
So...
I mean, he's a plucky assistant right now.
Yeah, he's an intrepid teen.
Before he's grown up enough to become a creepy old man.
I can see the trappings already, though, being honest.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point in your life where you're like, I'm hard-boiled enough to put my paper-eating and sparkly eyes aside and call myself Uncle? And ask for hugs. Probably the hugs happen first. When do you start calling yourself an uncle to get people to hug you, though?
I don't know, but it's a bad day. Whatever day it is, it's a bad one.
It's a bad day for humanity. Alright. Can you tell me about the great dessert contest that was held here? From the looks of this room, it seems the desserts weren't just for eating.
The exhibition Sir Master held was a contest in the art of dessert. The art of dessert? Desserts that are true works of art made solely out of edible materials. The works of art in this room are all made from desserts. Now that you mention it, the whole room is filled with the smell of chocolate.
Huh.
What could that be about? Sir Master exhibits great talent in both flavor and design. If you are not able to surpass Sir Master in flavor and design, you will not be able to win. Beating the world's greatest pastry chef is pretty hard, isn't it? In other words, if I can surpass Sir Master, I shall become the world's greatest pastry chef. That was the prize in this contest. Although it does seem like a chocolate contest, so would you be a pastry chef or would you be a chocolatier?
Each of these contestants is doing a different kind of dessert. I'll just say that now.
Well, this guy is doing a sugar because he's working with candy.
Right. I'm just saying this is a general dessert contest, not specifically chocolate or pastry.
I was going to say, someone's going to have to try to fight Jacques Torres for Mr. Chocolat, and I don't think it's happening. He is a treasure that we stole from France.
It is. Remember, it's 2001, so this could be the pre-Jacques Torres Jacques Torres.
Oh, this could be pre-America Jacques Torres. The prize is the title of the world's greatest.
In addition to that, there is also Sir Master's treasured Angel's recipe. If you want to learn more about the contest, just look at this piece of paper. Just look at it. These were the rules that were given to the participants of the contest.
My first piece of evidence.
Sorry, but I do not know much about the incident. I only learned about the incident after the judging had finished. Wow, they still did the judging?
How was the contest judging carried out?
I'm sure his mentor dying really fucked him up because he's 19. If he's 19, why is he still eating paper? Let's see. Sir Master started judging at 3 p.m.
Wait, let's see. He's 18.
He's 18. He still shouldn't be eating paper.
No, he's still too old to be eating paper. Isaac Dover. I'm still working on it.
I think it's. I mean, I want it to be like falling over. But I sacked over is not like a thing.
Maybe he's got a middle name.
We'll never know.
And is it Anfil? Anfil? Oh, Dover? Starting from my room, the judging proceeded in a clockwise direction. I used the room to the right of Sir Master's room, which is the room we're in now. Next, the room of a female pastry chef named Delicia was judged.
Female pastry chef. What kind of person is she?
She is a frightening woman who would do anything to achieve her goal.
Ah, a dame.
I heard she uses lots of cream to make fantasy-themed dessert.
Now, I have to pause, because everyone's like, this is Feeny Ray. When saying he's only 18 and this is fucking him up, this is not Hold a Lot of Water in Ace Attorney, where Miles is a small child and thinks he's murdered his dad in an elevator, where, like, every prosecutor is getting a badge at the age of 13 and has gone through significant trauma.
Well, everybody's a little fucked up, but yeah, I mean, Ray wasn't, like, in the elevator.
But I would say that Feeny Ray is an accurate description of how I don't think I'm not enjoying him as a person. Eating paper.
We don't enjoy Feeny as Feeny, but we do enjoy who he becomes, I suppose. I am enjoying, young Ray and old Ray both have their faults, as we've discussed, and I think if I have to just tolerate some paper eating, I think I'll be able to get there, as opposed to the hugging and Uncle Ray, or Unky Ray, or whatever, how he does the,
Deary or
Deary or whatever.
Darling or whatever.
Yeah.
There's too many nicknames for Justine. That's fair. I will say his outfit is very 2000s.
Oh yeah, he's on brand.
He's
100%
super on brand for 2000s.
Yeah, we all dress like this, everyone. I'm sorry.
We sure fucking did, and I don't apologize.
I can feel shame. I have the capacity to feel shame.
I actually feel shame about a long sleeve striped shirt with a short sleeve work shirt over it.
No, I wouldn't be ashamed of that either. Yeah.
All right, so fantasy themed desserts.
And lastly, Sir Dover's room was judged. His works were frozen statues made from sugar. That's impressive.
Yeah.
Hall discovered the body in the middle of Gustavia's judging. She panicked, and because she immediately notified the police, Master continued judging without knowledge that the body had been discovered. As a result, Master judged Dover's room in Dover's absence. It seems we have plenty of room to suspect Master.
I'm lacking in information. It's probably too early to object.
Oh, does Gregory have basic logic powers?
I can't imagine he doesn't. By the way, Detective Bad, what were you talking to Mr. Gustavi about earlier?
I was asking him about the chocolate frame hanging on that wall.
The chat is just yelling Ray Ray now.
They've decided that's his Feeny nickname is Ray Ray, which is also what I came up with, so hey.
Sweet Baby Ray's also good though.
Sweet Baby Ray's, I did forget about that, yeah. I got a bottle in the fridge, I could go get it.
And just put it on
I
your
can't.
dresser behind you.
Yeah.
No, you gotta chug it.
I'm not chugging Sweet Baby Ray.
Every time Gregory Edgeworth
It's not
introduces
paper.
himself, you have to do a shot.
Of
Sweet Baby Ray's. Gross. Alright. Chocolate wall.
I thought something was missing. I thought if I asked someone who knew a lot about desserts, I could get an answer. Oh, thanks to your arrival, I still haven't gotten my answer yet.
Hey, Bad, if you talk to somebody who'd played a Scholastics or the highlights for kids, you would be able to figure out what was missing.
Can you find what's missing in this picture? Guess you don't understand sarcasm.
Mr. Gustavia, can you assist us with this matter?
I train in the art of desserts every day. If you have a question about desserts, please do not hesitate to ask.
Thank you very much.
The handprint's an addition, but the missing thing is that leaf.
Oh, I mean, I noticed the handprint first. That's what I thought you were talking about.
They were talking about a missing thing,
Oh.
so...
I was like,
Oh,
there's a handprint on that picture.
I thought you were talking about the missing bit of the candle.
Hey, we need to play highlights for kids. We're all, like, looking at different stuff.
I mean, we all found something immediately, right? I see the leaf now, but I was distracted by the handprint that I couldn't tell was chocolate or blood. All right.
What could it be?
These Finger marks are...
These are unidentified finger marks. We don't know who they belong to. That's why they are unidentified. Since no fingerprints were left behind.
Finger marks without fingerprints. These might be related to the case. I'm gonna add that to my court record.
It's a mystery.
He was probably wearing gloves.
Ugh, Detective Bad lacks dreams and romance.
I don't think there are dreams or romance at a murder scene. Me doing Gregory as a film noir guy, and Kevin doing bad as bad, is making just the most, like, battle of egos.
We're here in hard-boiled town. Everyone's hard-boiled.
Basically.
Just the most hard-boiled fancy dessert contest there's ever been.
And there's
Yeah.
Ray Ray, eating paper.
You can make such a beautiful picture out of chocolate? As expected, a master chef.
Is it really chocolate? Is this really chocolate? It looks like an actual picture to me.
Impressive, Sir Attorney. You noticed well. This picture of an angel is not a dessert, but rather the angel's recipe.
The angel's recipe? The prize for the contest.
This picture isn't made of chocolate? Indeed, within this chocolate frame lies a recipe book. Sir Master told everyone when he explained the rules of the contest to us in this room.
So the contestants knew the recipe was here.
How about it? This frame. Don't you think it's missing something?
This must be what Detective Bad was asking Mr. Gustavia about earlier. This chocolate frame, there does seem to be a part that's missing.
That's what's been bothering me as well.
What's missing?
Let me show Ray Ray the part of the chocolate frame that's missing.
Ooh,
I can't do that.
That's our boy ProTV.
Oh, that's
Remember?
right!
yeah.
Yeah.
He forgot to. Looking closely at this part with the decorations, can you see that one of them is missing?
It's true, it's different from the other decorations. This imperfect balance in the decorations is not like Sir Master.
Upon closer examination, seems this frame is not the only one with missing parts. We need to investigate further. All the desserts in this room each have one part missing.
Whoa! The candle holder and the sailing tools are all damaged as well. So, someone tampered with the crimes? Oh shit, basic logic, it's here.
Perhaps.
Maybe. Master vandalized this room himself to fool us.
Master Jeff wouldn't do that sort of thing to his desserts.
Tampered desserts. I wonder if they're connected to the incident?
Achoo! Achoo!
Cover your mouth, boy. What are you, raised in a barn? I mean, are you alright? Raven.
This room is way too cold. It's to keep the chocolate. Hey, buddy. Hey, it's the chocolate.
The fountain patio wasn't very warm either. That's also why I'm wearing this trench coat. This room certainly is cold. Do you want to wear my coat?
Nope, I'm fine.
I promise I wash it.
Because that's something you promised to give to me when I become a defense attorney.
I don't remember that. I mean, that's right.
Why is the temperature turned down so low?
Because of the chocolate? It's been turned down in order to maintain the chocolate's temperature. Why don't you try opening the panel cover on that wall?
Panel cover.
Calm down, Bad. It's gonna be okay.
Well, there's a secret panel hidden there for the temperature. This control panel is installed in all the rooms Sir Master prepared. So as not to detract from the dessert's presentation, the cover was closed to conceal it. But not that big ass red button right underneath it. That one was just out there to the wind.
What does the panel do?
It allows you to change the temperature and the lighting in the room. In order to preserve any type of dessert, it can go down to about negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit.
The room would be like a freezer.
It's set to 59 degrees Fahrenheit. No wonder I thought it was cold. Detective Bad, I'm not allowed to change the temperature, am I? You seem like a dad.
Preserving the crime scene is the foundation of being a detective.
But I'm not a detective.
A defense attorney can't recklessly damage a crime scene either. Maya Fey, I'm talking to you in the future when you stick bloody knives down your tunic to take them away.
Indeed, Sir Assistant, enduring hardship is also part of training. I'm talking to you, Maya Fey, in the future when you stand underneath the waterfall. In order to preserve chocolate, 59 degrees Fahrenheit to 64 degrees Fahrenheit is the ideal temperature.
The ideal temperature for chocolate, as expected of the dessert chef.
No, it is but a trifle. Just a type of dessert. That was a joke. This is basic knowledge that anyone should know if they're a dessert chef.
So what's the ideal temperature for candy and fresh cream?
As long as you watch out for humidity and hot temperatures, candy shouldn't melt. That was not an answer.
Yeah.
For fresh cream, around 50 degrees Fahrenheit is the ideal temperature. For preservation or for whipping?
I think preservation they're talking about.
Preservation, because you usually have to let whipping cream come to room temperature to get ideal peaks.
Yeah, but 50 degrees Fahrenheit is not cold enough for... It's not fridge cold, is it? How cold is my sweet baby... Stephanie, how cold is my sweet baby Ray's right now?
I'd Google this for you, I would, but I have no idea where my phone is.
You're busy, I guess.
Chat.
Anyway.
Hey, chat.
You need to watch out for the humidity and hot temperatures for candy. I see.
Detective Bad, he seemed a bit happy when they were talking about candy.
Is candy one of his favorite things?
Basic logic.
I have already checked this area earlier, but it never hurts to take another look.
A dessert in the shape of a candle holder, huh? It's titled Light of Life.
It seems that one of these important lights isn't lit. Is it symbolic or...
What's that weird red button?
I don't know. It seems this control panel can change the temperature and the color of the lights in this room.
The colors are red, yellow, green, blue, cyan, and white. That's sure just a lot.
This room's temperature is 59 degrees Fahrenheit. The lights are set to white.
It's because the works in this room are made of chocolate. By using the white light, the chocolate can stand out.
For Mr. Master, everything in this room is probably a piece of art. This is a fire alarm.
Ah, let me say in advance, that's not a dessert. It's the real deal.
I thought he was gonna say, "Don't push it, kid."
If you press that, an alarm will sound and security will be contacted. I understand that you want to press it to see what happens, but please restrain yourself.
No, I didn't particularly feel like pressing it.
It's because you're a defense attorney.
I don't think being a defense attorney has anything to do with it.
As far as banter goes, that was lacking.
The reason I know it's not chocolate is because I went around and bit everything in the room.
That's why everything's damaged.
The captain's log of a chocolate ship, which is also made out of chocolate. Seems its title is Journal of Regret.
Running out of rum while drifting up the Red Sea has really made me red with regret. It reads, I don't know what kind of voyage it was, but it doesn't seem very regretful.
I think that's it for this area.
Yeah, I think so. It just brought me back, oops, without asking. It's a picture.
Well, we had to look at the candle. Like, it didn't give us the chance to
Yeah.
finish looking at stuff.
Come on. I can't really skip through it, so.
It's alright.
The chat is having a meaningful discussion, but I really want to know how cold the refrigerator is. Wow. They're really... Oh, I see. I was in that corner. I've talked... Is there anything else to talk to him about? I think I got all...
You look at the cooking station. Oh, he might have another dialogue.
No, I got
Nope.
them all.
Maybe we'll present some stuff to him later.
Elegant tableware and cookware are placed on the counter. It looks like the same tea set Miss Hall was using earlier.
Was Master Jeff drinking his black tea?
On this tea set, only Jeff Master's fingerprints were found.
Were his fingerprints found on any other cookware?
The cookware was washed. Nobody's fingerprints remained.
Or he might have been cooking with gloves on. It seems the only thing here with his fingerprints is the tea set. Jeff's teapot has been added to the court record.
Hey, some gloves. Those seem important.
Master used these gloves while making his desserts. They hid his fingerprints.
Certainly. It's possible that they were used for that purpose. But wouldn't you agree that finding cooking gloves in the kitchen is perfectly natural?
Doubt everything. That's my job.
To be fair, when you're working with chocolate, you don't want your fingerprints in the chocolate. This is an actual crime scene. I'm so excited.
This isn't a game, Raymond. Please be more serious.
Yes, sir. I'm taking a memo right now.
Oh,
Chomp, 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 chomp.
what exactly are you writing?
I'm copying down this dessert recipe over here.
Raymond, please be more serious.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I guess I didn't examine the big ship.
Yeah, that seems important. And there's a lot of it.
So, this is where the body was discovered?
Yeah. The body has been removed, but otherwise, the crime scene has remained untouched.
Yeah. It seems that the body was discovered inside this chocolate treasure chest.
The person who discovered it was Miss Hall.
Monsieur Master, are you in here? Eee.
She heard the sound of something breaking inside this room and came in.
I would like a little more information about this. What's this? Something has been dropped inside the treasure chest. This is... It seems to be some kind of seal with the design initials carved into it.
It looks like a signet crest. Was it the victim's?
I don't know if it was the victims, but we should take it for now.
PH.
Yeah, signature is added to the court record. To build such a large ship out of a chocolate is magnificent.
As expected of Master Jeff, I want to try eating it. Although I have no idea where to start eating it from.
Anywhere should be fine. But if you start eating the crime scene, I'll make you leave.
Wow, that's awful nice. Ugh, don't glare at me. Can't you tell it was a joke?
I'd like Raymond to be just a little bit calmer.
I do think that Bad is very seriously considering eating this crime scene.
The voyage of the good ship Red Rum is written here.
It sailed the seven seas and in the end finally found a huge treasure. Modeled after the glory of an ancient adventurer. It's written here.
So he failed 6 times. What an unlucky captain.
No matter how many times he went on a fool's errand, in the end he reached the truth. It's just like a detective spirit.
Did detectives even exist during the ancient times?
There's some broken shit.
Yeah, it's like the broken shit. It seems that the stand supporting the ship has been broken.
The ship tipped over and broke the treasure chest, didn't it? Maybe. Could the victim have been crushed by the ship and killed?
If that were the case, this would have been an accidental death.
You two aren't serious about that, right?
Well, we're only discussing one of the possibilities.
Oh, OG Master Mass, good point. Red Rum backwards is murder. I feel like I should know that from other forms of media.
It's just like, it's something that's been done so much, it's like you forget.
Yeah. I was being pretty serious, though.
Detective Bad, I would like you to tell me about the state of the victim.
If you mean a photo of the body, here, look at it. All you like. It seems the victim was beaten to death with a blunt object.
Well, I don't like that.
Like if a ship fell on him on accident.
Has the murdered weapon been found?
You should try asking the prosecutor in charge later.
I don't want to talk to him. His voice is too deep.
It seems he doesn't intend to tell me, frankly. So, may I borrow this photograph?
Sure. It's not a photo that was taken by the police. Miss Hall took a photo of the body with an instant camera when she discovered it.
An instant camera? Is that like a disposable camera? Or is it a Polaroid? Are we talking about a Polaroid?
It's an instant camera that it is a Polaroid.
It's a Polaroid. Such a convenient camera exists.
My niece has a Polaroid camera, but I said like, oh, take a Polaroid, or said shake it like a Polaroid picture to her the other day, and she's like, what the heck is that? I'm like, your instant camera, and she's like, oh. And she walked away from me, and I'm like, how dare you? How dare you not appreciate? Hey, you're 7. You're the prime audience. Anyway, let's go over to the state of the crime scene a bit. This photo, upon closer examination, contradicts the state of the crime scene. I'll have to deduce Sorry, deduce the contradiction to resolve this matter. Crime scene notes added to the court record.
Contradicts, huh? Deductions.
Sounds like lawyering.
I don't know about lawyering, but I do know I foolishly didn't do this.
That's a good time to start.
Alright.
Maybe your niece doesn't appreciate brand names.
Okay. So, the breaking sound and the broken stand make sense together.
They sure do.
But the broken stand and tampered desserts, well, I guess those two necessarily related, although they probably are.
Maybe we'll get there.
Death doesn't necessarily connect to any of these.
No, I don't. I think we should try breaking sound and broken stand and see what happens.
What was the sound that came from the room? It stands for a ship. Yeah, that sounds logical. Gregory, do you agree with me? Hell yeah. Due to the broken stand, the ship lost its balance. It would seem Miss Hall entered the room upon hearing the ship collapse.
Yeah. When Miss Hall entered the room, the ship had already fallen over.
At any rate, I wonder why the stand broke.
Maybe there was something wrong with the ship's balance in the first place.
Is that really true?
Okay, well, I'm gonna get some water in for a sec.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Okay. Stand broke, tampered desserts. Let's look at tampered
Probably,
desserts for a
yeah.
second.
Let me click that for you. Dessert Mr. Masters made was damaged in several places. Why the stand broke? Ship all because the stand broke. Why did it break? I feel like that's probably it.
We give a shot. We did just save.
Yeah. Gotta wait for Kevin.
Yeah, we wait for Kevin. What's up, everybody?
Where'd I put my phone, everybody?
What temperature is my sweet baby race? No one knows.
Nope. Ugh, it's gone forever, everybody.
I do have an instant read thermometer in the kitchen and a fridge, but I guess I'll never know.
I'm Googling. God, I can't type.
What's going on?
I'm trying to figure out what temperature my sweet baby race is.
The standard temperature of a fridge. 40 degrees Fahrenheit.
40, so that's 10 less than the cream. Why is it talking, Stephanie?
I'm sorry. I did the voice reading because I couldn't type it. And now we all know. 40 degrees Fahrenheit, not Celsius.
Well, now we know that they're keeping their cream too hot at this kitchen.
Ooh. Yeah.
Yay.
Each of Mr. Master's works had a piece that was missing. Add that to the fact that the ship's chocolate stand was broken. I think we can surmise that someone ransacked this room.
And the one who did it could be the true culprit.
That, I don't know. But, I think it's safe to say that the ship's stand got broken when the room was ransacked. And, when this ship fell over, it broke the treasure chest lid. I expect the lid of the treasure chest was originally closed.
Can you look at that there Polaroid of the body? Because if this is true...
The Victim's
If
body
it's-
was found in the treasure chest made of chocolate in Jeff Master's room. The cause of death was a hard blow to the head by a blunt object.
Because there's not a lot of broken chocolate bits around. You know what I'm saying? If the ship just willy-nilly crashed into it and broke it open, that body is chocolate free, baby.
Right. Very good point. I don't think we have the logic to talk about
No.
that, though.
I don't think we have anything else. We need more stuff.
Well, so he mentioned deducing, and
we gotta deduce.
So I think you have to deduce. You have to present evidence to like an investigation scene.
Go look at that. Go look at the treasure chest, because I guess we're figuring out the difference, right?
Right. I won't rest until I have inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. I see. Okay, so maybe if I hit deduce here, spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold.
I wonder if we need to be more specific.
Well, I also don't know if I have evidence that's clear, like, is evidence that's saying what you're saying.
Well, I figure it's going to be the picture because they said something's wrong with it, or like
Yeah.
something's.
I see.
I'm just wondering if this is the right spot, since it highlights that little square.
Oh, I
Well,
see.
if we can figure out,
Yeah.
what's different.
Pull up the picture. We'll play highlights for kids.
Oh, I see. We're gonna play highlights for kids.
Yeah. We
Well-
can't see a lot.
Well, this one's got a
Oh.
body.
That one's got a body. The lid is kind of over the bottom right-hand corner, and then there's a chunk of chocolate right there on the left. And the little silver thing is by the hand still, so that's good.
There's also blood.
There is blood in the picture.
So unless they cleaned the chocolate, and I don't know why they would.
We can try that. Let's try the blood.
Let's try the blood. The blood is mostly just by the head, right?
Yeah.
Alright, well, let's do the photo.
I kept thinking that was a weird hat that was covered in blood.
You thought it was a pirate bandana. Are you sure the only thing the police removed from the crime scene was the body?
They also took away the piece of cloth the body was wrapped in.
In that case, a major contradiction has been created at the crime scene.
Contradiction?
Detective Bad, please look at the crime scene carefully once more. The blood stain that should have remained at the crime scene has disappeared.
I definitely didn't get any reports about the bloodstain being cleaned up. I'll check with forensics. Hey, forensics.
Mr. Edgeworth, what happened?
Comparing the photo to the crime scene, something struck me as being out of place.
I thought it was a graduation hat. If I'm being honest.
I thought the blood was all on his head, and so I didn't actually see that it had spilled past his head, so I was like, oh, I thought the body was placed into the chest after the murder had happened. And I was waiting for everyone else to catch up to that, but nope. It's actually blood. I see the blood now.
It could still have been placed in the chest after the murder happened. People bleed a lot.
It's
From the
true,
head.
but like in terms of Ace Attorney, usually people only bleed on one spot.
Yeah, and just a little bit.
And just a little bit. See, somebody else just popped in like, you're on the third case. Good job, everybody. It's all from the power of belief.
Yeah. And if you missed a few, then they're all on YouTube.
Hey. In the photo, the chocolate underneath the body remained intact inside the treasure chest. However, in the actual crime scene, it's missing.
The chocolate with the bloodstain has completely vanished. It's been clearly ripped out, actually. Can you see the rippy bits?
Rippy bits. I mean, did the police remove it? Or was this the work of the criminal?
According to forensics, no one has cleaned up any bloodstains.
I see. Well, that would mean someone erased the bloodstain.
Who knows?
Crime scene notes updated in the court record.
Oh, we did it. We solved it.
We solved the murders.
Well, that was easy.
It seems our murder investigation is over, and that was pretty easy. Just update this note real quick. Ray, keep your teeth away.
This should make it clear. Jeff Masters is the culprit.
Why?
All the rooms in this mansion were locked from the inside. And the only way to open them from the outside was to use this key to the mansion.
Do you know who had the key?
Master was the only one with the key. There were no spare keys.
Mansion key added to the court record.
By using the mansion key, Master could enter all the contestants' rooms. Of course, the key could also lock his room from the outside.
However, Mr. Master's room is currently unlocked.
Yeah, that's why I suspect Master is the culprit.
I'd like to hear your reasoning in more detail. Why I suspected Jeff Masters. A story by Detective Bad. That's me. Super bad.
I will say I'm always suspicious of people who are like, every door in my house is lockable and only I have the keys. So even though Master Bobo Zumbo is like a good, cool, chill dude, he's not, because every room in his house is lockable and only I hold the key. So
that is a suspicious thing to do, I suppose.
it is.
I am always suspicious. I just watched a K-drama where a guy had like normal doors, but one had an electronic key lock, which was stupid because it was the same combination as his outdoor lock, turned out. And we were like, oh, that's his murder room. Clearly that's his murder room. This guy has a murder room. Turns out it's his secret novel writing room, but we also assume it was a murder room. You know?
Equally shameful.
They can be both.
Yeah, that's what I assumed. It was both.
I mean, that's probably, like, the wrong way to live your life is to have the same password for every website or whatever, right? But, like,
Right.
if they've already hacked into your bank account with that password, like, fuck your Facebook, right? So if you've already got into my house with my secret combo, then I guess you can get into my secret novel writing room. Like, you've already done the hard work.
Right?
I mean, so it is a lifelong goal of mine to have a house where, like, all the doors are locked, but with puzzles.
Yeah,
So-
fucking course, Kevin.
Yeah.
I
I will say I did think you thought I were going to say it's a lifelong goal of mine to have independent passwords for every website.
That's not a goal of mine. It should be.
Right, that one's easy to achieve, at least.
No, my goal now is to have my passwords all like I have enough passwords to get by different levels of encryption, and it's like they keep upping the ante. So like they're like, oh, you know, you need an X amount, like you need 6 amount of characters, and then it's like now you need to have a capital letter and 6 characters. Now you need to have also like a symbol, an uppercase, and a maximum amount of characters, and you can't repeat number. I'm like, please stop. Please.
It's also funny because, like, none of it matters if somebody, like, I don't know, like, calls customer service and asks for a password convincingly, right? Like, I don't know.
Social engineering will definitely kill all of us. You're right. Tell me more about your puzzle house.
Yeah, so I just want lots of little tricks, you know, for my friends and guests.
Now, is it one of those puzzles where it's like a bunch of like a grid of pictures, right? Or it's like little tiles, and you have to scooch them all around? But you only have one free the slide puzzles. Those fucking.
No, I
suck.
hate slide puzzles so much,
Okay.
and I would never want to have to solve one just to get into my room. So
I will say, even if you have a house where all the rooms are locked by puzzles and it's not a you only hold the only key situation, I will still be suspicious, Don Paolo.
Yeah, I mean, I guess building a puzzle house is a very suspicious thing to do, also.
Super suspicious.
All I ask is you don't make your bathroom a puzzle entry, because that sucks. That's the most sucky thing you could do.
Listen, I guarantee that, like, if I ever did that, I would end up undoing it relatively soon. It'd be like, I don't feel like solving a puzzle this time.
Just like, I can't imagine if you have like, oh, there's my phone. I found it, everybody.
Oh, okay.
If you had a puzzle house and then you have like a party, let's say your housewarming party for your puzzle house, and people are like playing games, drinking a lot of beverages, like either you have one puzzle or the puzzle changes every time, and that's gonna be like you know how Ravenclaw house is supposed to answer a riddle every time they want to get into their dorm?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's shitty. Just because I'm good at math doesn't mean I'm good at riddles. You know?
Well, yeah, because, like, Gryffindor just has one password, right?
Right. And sometimes it changes, but, like, they all tell each other. Ravenclaw, you have to
Yeah.
answer a fucking riddle every time.
The riddle changes too.
Yeah.
I
like,
guess that gets
Every
exhausting.
day.
Well,
But
'cause,
also, like, if anything, if we learned anything about Harry Potter and Harry Potter in the subsequent years after the publishing of Harry Potter, it's that actually the school was pretty fucked. So, like, it's not like that wasn't a fucked element of that school. In fact, I think there were students in Ravenclaw House who had to sleep outside because they couldn't solve the puzzle. Just fucked. They're children.
And also, like, what? Nobody would help them. Like, none of the older students would just be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, kid. Here's the
I
answer to
think
the
the
riddle."
nice ones would, but sometimes you get your Draco Malfoys of Ravenclaw House, and they wouldn't, or the people who are like snobby smart, and they wouldn't help them.
It's like everything with Harry Potter. Like, a lot of fan theories and stuff are better than whatever JK's saying. So, like, the fan theory was just like, if you have, like, they would just wait for each other, and then one person would be like, oh, this is the answer. Because, like, the Ravenclaw painting has only got so many riddles before they recycle them, right?
Probably, because, like, even if the painting was really good at giving riddles, you think the painting would get tired also.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Be like, I'm sick of giving riddles to these kids.
Also, hey, this is like, yeah, I know this kid. This kid has gone to school here for 4 years. I know he's a
Yeah.
Ravenclaw and he belongs inside. But anyway, why I suspect Jeff Masters, a story by Detective Bad, by me, Detective Bad.
This is what my internal monologue sounds like. If the body had been found in a locked room, Master would have been the prime suspect. That's why Master made sure to leave the door to his own room unlocked. To ensure that the body would be seen, Master broke the lid on the treasure chest. After the judging, everyone was scheduled to meet in Master's room. That would have created the impression that the murder had occurred while he was away. Contrary to his expectations, the body was discovered by Miss Hall. That's my reason for suspecting Master. Got that? Ace Attorney Gregory Edgeworth.
Who knew that the Ace Attorney was Miles Edgeworth's dad, Gregory Edgeworth, the whole time?
Finally, we fucking solved it. We can retire the podcast.
We found who the Ace Attorney is.
It was not Miles Edgeworth, but his dad, Gregory Edgeworth, defense
Right.
attorney of Gregory Edgeworth's law firm. So you think it was Mr. Master himself who vandalized this room?
Yeah. You defense attorneys believe that justice lies in trusting your clients, but I'm a detective. If I believed every poor sap's story, I'd let the suspicious ones get away.
I understand your reasonings thoroughly. However, I'd like to hear my thoughts on the subject now.
Fine.
Detective Bad believes that he is right, but I won't give up so easily. I can't accept his reasoning. I'll have to show him evidence that contradicts it.
Rosina says the true Ace Attorney was the friends we made along the way, but also Gregory Edgeworth. True.
If the body had been found in a locked room, Master would have been the prime suspect.
Isn't it a little premature to suspect Mr. Master on those grounds alone?
It's a little premature for you to be objecting.
I said, hold it.
Just wait until I'm done. That's why Master made sure to leave the door to his own room unlocked.
He left it unlocked?
If the door had been locked, Master would be the only one who could commit the crime.
Well, maybe the door just happened to be unlocked.
Then, maybe the body just happened to be lying out in the open, waiting to be discovered. Runt, do you think you could become a good detective with logic like that?
But I don't want to be a detective. I want to be a defense attorney.
I hope he isn't trying to steal my apprentice.
Master had a reason to leave the door unlocked.
Miles Edgeworth, Ace Attorney, Investigations 2, Prosecutor's Path, Case 3, The Inherited Turnabout, 18 years ago, Gregory Edgeworth, Ace Attorney. We've done it.
We did it.
And to ensure that the body would be seen, Master broke the lid on a treasure chest.
You believe the broken lid was Mr. Master's doing?
Yes. If he hadn't done that, the body wouldn't have been found.
It doesn't seem likely that he would break his own work while he was judging the contest.
That's right. Master Jeff would never waste a good dessert. He sings a song about it. On a piece of cake, he even eats them while dancing.
That TV show is irrelevant here.
Detective Bad, you know about Piece of Cake? When I didn't even know about it?
Does everyone but my son watch this show? What? This is a surprise. So, do you sing the song too?
That's irrelevant. Anyway, the one who broke the lid on the treasure chest was Master. After the judging, everyone was scheduled to meet in Master's room.
The judging began in Mr. Gustavia's room, right?
Yeah. I too was looking forward to seeing his candy craft.
If you would like, I can put on a display of my candy craft for you right now.
Spin, spin, spin.
Spin, 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 spin.
Aww.
A puppet.
Aw.
What do you think? It represents Sir Detective. Is that supposed to be a police dog? No, no, no. This is a wolf.
Looks like a capybara.
Mm-mm. A lone wolf. Not bad.
Definitely got a Sheba tail. A little curly.
What would my candy form be? I'm kind of curious myself.
Gregory wants to know his fursona.
Moving on. Before we get into candy sodas, it's just gonna take hours of time. That would have been that would have created the impression that the murder had occurred while he was away.
Do you know the time of the murder?
We're still waiting on the autopsy report.
Good night, RD.
Good night.
Good night.
Without the autopsy report, how could you have arrested Mr. Master?
We don't know the time of the death, but we do know when the body was discovered. It was discovered while Master was judging Dame Gustavia's room. I believe he let the body be discovered to create an alibi.
But that alone is not enough to arrest Mr. Master, right?
Who knows? That's all I intend to say.
Detective Bad, are you hiding something?
No.
Detective Bad, are you hiding something?
I don't think Master Jeff would have broken his own creations. But why was the treasure chest broken then?
Just thinking back to the situation in which the body was found. In doing so, we should be able to see the contradictions in Bad's reasoning.
I mean, for the record, Bad's reasoning right now is he left the door open and the body exposed on purpose because if the opposite had been true, he would have been very suspicious. And so because the least suspicious thing he could do happened, therefore he's the criminal. It's very bad reasoning.
It is, but like, what? The question is, what's my evidence? It's
True.
Probably the key. This room is unlocked. Don't know whose signet crest that is.
I think it probably has to do with like the blood stain and stuff. I don't know. That seems like a pretty big.
You're right. I never examined this teapot.
It's a teapot.
Oh.
This is a rather splendid design.
You think so? It seems a little eccentric to me. I'm not even sure how you'd pour tea out of it. This is true.
I'm very confused also. Rather than the practicality of design, focus on its artistic merits.
Mr. Edgeworth's art sense is too high for me to understand. Might say it's on the moon. Oh.
Oh, that's interesting.
The same signature on the signet thing.
Ah.
There's an engraving on the bottom. It says PH. Phoenix Wright.
Oh no, it's the initials of Pierre. Mrs. Hall and Mr. Master seem to be big fans of the sculptor's work.
Initials, huh? If it were mine, it'd be RS.
Why don't you try carving your initials on your own belongings? I don't get it. Was that supposed to be like a slight? Zoom out a little. You don't need to hold this close to your own face, Gregory. Probably.
Yeah, who's spinning it for him?
I feel like he's spinning it himself. Do you think Bad would do it?
Ah, that's a good point. You know what, Gregory would spin his own evidence. He doesn't need someone to do it for him.
Ray would probably
Yeah.
offer. It might just be the same thing again. Yeah.
Spin. No, I don't think Ray would spin the evidence. He'd drop it. I don't think he's trusted enough.
No.
He would huck it into his mouth and eat it.
Yeah.
Let's check out the rules. We haven't checked them. Prizes: title of the world's greatest pastry chef and Angel's recipe. Rules: 1 contestant's rooms will be judged, starting from the left. Afterwards, all parties will meet in chef's room. Any decorations not made from the desserts are prohibited. Entering another contestant's room before the judging is done is prohibited.
I mean, the only thing I can think of right now is that he left the door unlocked because everyone is going to his room after.
Right. And to ensure that the body would be seen, Master broke the lid to the treasure chest.
Oh, I think that's it actually.
Oh, to ensure that the body would be seen, Master broke the lid to the treasure chest.
Oh, and we know that the...
Because the thing that caused Hall to come over was the sound of the ship falling,
Right.
which meant that it wouldn't have been broken ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
We got 3 people using our brain to drive this man. Take that, Bad. Originally, the victim's body was hidden inside the chocolate treasure chest. Miss Hallway entered the room when she heard a sound.
This hallway?
I think it is likely that her name is just Miss Hall. I think it is likely that this was the sound of the chocolate ship falling over.
Yeah, that's what you would think just by looking at the crime scene.
You said that Mr. Master broke the treasure chest lid himself. But this photo shows that the ship's fall caused the lid to break. If the lid broke just before Miss Hall found the body, then Mr. Master, who was in the middle of judging, could not have broken it.
I never said that Master broke the lid directly. The ship was set up to fall during the judging. I believe he tampered with the stand.
Do you have proof he tampered with it?
No.
No.
Everything else he says after no is not important.
It's just a continuation of no. You're right. It seems they still haven't found anything conclusive. Have you found any other fingerprints other than Mr. Masters in this room?
Yeah. There was some left on the door. But the victim, Dover, and Master were also among the fingerprints left behind.
Before we made our desserts, we all gathered here to have the judging explained to us. Perhaps that was when we left those fingerprints? I just noticed his little neckerchief is a piping bag.
Oh, is it? I didn't notice. But you didn't find any fingerprints on the works in this room?
What?
Someone tampered with the chocolate in this room. So perhaps there are other fingerprints apart from Mr. Masters.
Huh. No matter what we find, it won't clear Master of suspicion.
Why do your job when?
He's a bad detective.
Is you bad?
Oh, Lambie. Hurry up and dust the chocolate for fingerprints.
Roger that, sir. Detective Bad.
He's fucking eating shit right now. Right now he's eating shit.
Right?
Look at him.
I thought he was just gurring. His like angry, frustrated gur.
Oh, maybe his mouth is just showing his teeth and then not showing his teeth.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not great. I'll give you it's not great.
As long as he's not just like compulsively eating his notes, right?
No, the kid has pica. Look. The kid has pica. It's fine. We found another person's fingerprints on all the chocolate in the room.
Huh? Whose fingerprints?
They belong to a pastry chef by the name of Delicia.
Good work. Return to the investigation.
Yes, sir.
It would seem that there are other suspicious people besides Mr. Master after all.
Huh. I don't need a defense attorney to tell me that. I'm not stopping my investigation. We will just go and listen to what this Delicia has to say.
Delicia. Gustav told us about her not too long ago. Is she really a frightening woman who would do anything to achieve her goals? Or is she just another dame?
Mr. Edgeworth, this Delicia lady sounds mighty suspicious to me.
You too think that she's just a dame. It seems that it would be necessary for us to speak with her directly as well. Detective Bad, would you allow us to accompany you?
I'm not obligated to do that. But you were the one who discovered the truth of the crime scene. Fine, have it your way. Follow me.
Burger King, Burger King. Detective Bad. Thank you.
Detective Bad, sir. Are you sure about that? Right now, that prosecutor is in the room.
Doesn't matter. Him and I don't see eye to eye.
Is that Bad just saying I would love to piss him off? Him? Who's the prosecutor in charge of this case anyway?
Manfred von Karma.
What? Von Karma is in charge? That guy hasn't lost a case in 25 years.
Manfred von Karma, the living legend of a prosecutor's office. If the rumors of his courtroom performance are to be believed, he's a man who would do anything for a guilty verdict. No matter what kind of prosecutor he is, I can only hold true to the path I believe in.
To be continued.
Save!
Hey.
It's a
Yay!
good stopping point, I say.
Okay, good, because we can't do Manfred.
No, we need to, like, I think, invest in one of those, like, little contraptions you hold to your throat to make you sound deeper.
A Darth Vader voice changer.
Yeah, like, we need one of those, because Kevin's going right now as low as he can. I can't go that low.
But that's not as low as I can, but it's as low as I can go safely.
Don't push it for Manfred.
Yeah.
Manfred. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, we need something earth-shattering, like, you know, like, I don't know. I need to, like, see if I can find a death metal vocalist I know to also want to stream this game.
What is that?
We'll see. Maybe we can work through it. The problem is I did Dogen, and I can't do the same voice for Manfred as Dogen.
Yeah.
I'll see. Maybe I can figure something out.
Maybe
See if I
we'll
can get
actually
some.
practice this.
Or maybe we'll just give him a voice that is not Manfred von Karma.
That's true. So there's that chemical sulfur hexafluoride.
Yeah, you gonna just pick up some sulfur hexafluoride this week?
Yeah, I'll just pick it up. It's fine.
Okay, I think we could just get some helium and have whimsy.
But it's the opposite of helium.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, helium's a little safer.
That's true. But where does Whimsy meet Manfred von Karma?
They're parallel lines, I believe. They never meet. No, wait, it's pancakes. I forgot.
Pancakes. Manfred loves him some pancakes.
There we go. OG's just saying make everybody else higher. And then Manfred's
Okay.
It'll be we'll have to start streaming much shorter chunks.
So you make everyone else's voice higher, and then you take, for the YouTube upload, you pitch everybody down.
Yeah. I can do that in post, I suppose.
You keep saying things like in post for a stream. It's not.
No, I mean we get off the stream and then I download it and straight upload it to YouTube. There's not a lot in between.
Should.
Did you want me to start editing it down? Do you want me to finesse it? Okay, good.
No,
Because that's work.
it ain't right. It ain't how it is.
Anyway, we're gonna stop there. Podcast came out last week. Kevin's got a podcast.
That's true.
It'll, so, like, hit us up. Emails, stuff like that. Anyway, we're gonna see y'all next Friday. We'll figure out the Manfred thing.
We will. It'll be fine.
Alrighty, well, everyone be safe out there. Have a good night. In the meantime, I'm Stephanie.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Kevin.
And that was object to this, so why don't you object to that? Bye. I hit stop. Bye.